Good morning, everyone. Good morning, traders. I hope you are doing well, and I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. As you know, weekend is time to relax a little bit, de-stress, and do some reviews and look what we did during the week. How was our trades? Was something changed? Was something improved? Was something got worse? What we need to do, so we'll just prepare our actions for the next week. And this is what I was doing today. I haven't finished my weekly review, but I like what I saw, and I so much share it today with you. Uh, just a glimpse of from what I think the review should be about. Uh, Not just looking at the charts, but analyze them, comparing them, and make some conclusions. See what you did in the past, how has it worked in terms of P&L also, but also like in terms of what you like taking, shorts, longs, or what setups, or I didn't have the time to go into the specific setups that I like. I know in my mind that I like IPFR and they work better, the breakdowns or the breakouts. Uh, I like less taking range trades, but yeah, if it comes to that, I don't mind taking them. They work also very well. Yeah, but let's dive into I just have a trade views here. Let's dive into the stats. So this week, it was very well. It was a very good week. Way improved than the previous week. The trading days and the winning days, it was 4 and 1. The losing was the same as the previous week. Uh, I took a little bit more long trades this week than the shorts, as the buyers are starting to gain some control. And we're gonna see here, actually, we're gonna see some compare with the previous week and the stats. Just give me a minute. So I'm gonna change my screen. Just give me a sec. Okay. Okay, we see here some compare. So on the left, actually, I'm gonna show you the score. Uh, okay, so this is better now. Okay, this is better. So yeah, we see now on the left side is the second week of March. On the right side, this is how I would like to compare. I plan at some point, maybe tomorrow, just do an Excel and have everything like packed up, and I can draw some more specific differences. But just like just for now, so we can see. Third week, that's the current week, that's the last week, okay? So basically I drew some conclusions. So basically we saw that the ratio has been improved, was like 18 ratio, and that was between the larger wins, so the best winning days and the worst losing days. So that was, you see, 371.40. This time was a little bit less best wins, but I greatly improved my losses. Then we go winning days, losing days. Here's a mistake, it's 4 to 1, so it's also 4 to 1. In the previous week, I had, for example, like I had large volume traded on the next day of a losing day. So when I had a losing day, then next trade I pushed myself to trade more, over trade, which I didn't see that in this week. The trading hours changed a little bit. This week I traded a little bit more like the opening and less the evenings. More like, because this week was the market was opening at 1:30. So basically I was trading around 2 and 2.5, like 1:30. So basically half an hour into the opening. Max drawdown, which is very impressive. Last week, my ratio between the max drawdown of the week and the PNL was 203, almost 2. This one was 0. Almost 3. So it was basically 1/4 or even 1/5. Average winner and average loser were lost, but the ratio between them, it got improved. This is a huge difference. Win percentage from 36.5, I got into 47. I haven't seen having win rate that big. This for first time I'm having this week. Uh, Largest gain and largest loss, they both are less because I risked less. But look at the ratio between them is 204, and the ratio now is 18. So I improved my losses by 9 times in terms of the gains comparing. I was holding both winners and losses for less this week. I plan next week to hold a little bit more my winners, maybe leave a runner or something, uh, and see how it is gonna work. It's working now so far, but just finding ways to bring some more profits in. And that's consecutive wins and consecutive losses doesn't mean like a lot. Um, so let's go, let's see something else now. Okay, so here's my notion of where I keep my weekly reports. And we can see I've analyzed today only the PNL wise, but I will have a glimpse on the other aspects as well. So basically, I draw some conclusions. So basically, we saw that this time of the day, we can see. So we can see basically that I traded mostly like the opening instead of the late hours or very early hours. So it's the purple. You see here is the purple. This week is the purple. The second week is the orange, and the first week of March is the blue. You see, and you don't see any huge ramps up or losses. You see, here you can see a lot of profits, a lot of losses as well in terms of P&L. But here it's more like steady. This is how the way it should be. And I got some profits, like early profits as well at around 9 o'clock, but not much. Okay. Now we go to the P&L versus day. We can see here like which best works for each trader, which days he performs better. I saw like for example like this week on Monday was better for me, which is something new. Like the previous weeks was either losing money or having like very few profits. And what I draw like also another conclusion is like Thursdays I'm consistently profitable, so that's another good day to trade. And every trader he can do this and just draw some basic conclusions. And here we see the P&L for each week of the March. Again, we see it's steady around the 370s, $400 each week. We see trade duration. Like in the past, we see like it was most of the profits was coming from 40 minutes to an hour. This time it came from around 2 to 5 minutes and lesser from 5 to 10 minutes. Like in the past, we can see that my biggest profit a single week was for 5 to 10 minutes. So basically, we can see it's basically I took less trades. So my trades this week had less duration, but as we saw, it didn't affect much my my profits. So trading less, it doesn't mean necessarily that's going to affect your profits. I think on the contrary, trading less, being less time on the markets, it's just less time to risk your account, less time to risk your profits, having it open on the markets willing conditions. Now we see on the sides again. This week I decided to take more longs, and that was a very good decision. On the next week I'm planning to take more longs, even more longs and shorts, as we see the buyers are gaining some control or trying to gain some control at least. So we see like the first week, both shorts and longs are kind of like equal in profits. Second week, it was when the sellers would just keep pushing, I was taking more shorts. That's why you see on the longs I had some losses. Then on the third week, we see I made most of my profits, almost all of my profits for longs. On the short side, I just had some minor losses. Next week, I'm planning if buyers continue to push again and everything. I'm gonna plan to take almost exclusively longs. So here I say my points. This is what I would just been telling you. And then I'm gonna analyze the win rate and other stats, and then about setups. This is gonna take a while. And plan to do it a little tomorrow that I have my day off. But let's see now a glimpse of my win rate as well. So we have this trade view has a tool where you can analyze everything. Just let me show you. Yeah, so we can see here the trade view has the comparing tool, which you can find here, compare trades. And you can input which weeks, which periods you want to compare. And then you can see you can analyze profit, loss, win rate, trade count, volume, and commissions. And then you can choose for performance metrics, either profit factor or expectancy or some other metrics. I think win rate, RR rate as well, but I haven't input the RR yet per trade. This is a big task I need probably gonna do tomorrow as well. It takes a little bit of time because I have to do every trade. I have to do it manually. So you understand, it's a very labor task. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So let's go to win rate. See fast. So we have the win rate now. This price range. Okay, we've done interesting volume range. Is that the okay? Winning or losing trades vs time of the day. Basically, my most profitable, the best winning rate. I had it on. I had it on 2 o'clock. That was on 2. That was half an hour after the opening. It was my best win rate this week. The previous week, my best win rate was, let's see, it was at 3 o'clock. But I think it's because the time changed as well, so there's some kind of. And so the second week, actually the best win rate I had was at 6:30, was in the power hour in the evening session. Yeah, it depends also sometimes on what you trade. If you're changing your habits, it's gonna reflect here. So I'm not trading anymore the evening session, just trading the open for the first hour, 2 hours. And later, if I see something interesting, I'm just entering. Otherwise, I don't really trade the evening session. So it's per day. How many winning or losing trades you had per day? On which day actually? So we see for this week, the most winning rate, the highest winning rate was on Monday, following by Thursday, no, Wednesday. Why the previous week, most of the best win rate was on Monday, following by Thursday. So you can do some comparing here and see when you perform better, when you actually make better decisions, you know, or you're making worse decisions. For me, like this week, I made more of my worst decisions, so the win rate was the lowest on Wednesday. So we losing trades this month, so we can see here for the whole month, like in total, which weeks were better. So for example, like the first week, win rate was a kind of average between uh, positive and negative. The second week was mostly negative, so I had a negative win rate, so it was very low. Now the win rate is starting to going to balancing again. It's less than the first week, but it still is balancing. So you see, like the third week was like 7 wins, 7 losses, while on the first week it was, let me see, yeah, 13 and 14, like kind of the same. So I'm kind of like I raised a little bit my win rate, which we saw before. So this is your trade duration and by side, and that's interesting as well. So which side gave me the best win rate? On the long side, I had 5 wins, 4 losses, while on the short side, I had more, just a little bit more losses. But the ratio was kind of like the same, you see, this week. Either short or longs, the win rate was kind of the same between wins and losses for each side. While on week 2, which is the orange one, we can see that the shorts had worse rate than the longs. Actually, we see the shorts had a little bit better win rate. Let's see. So the difference actually matters. It's not like you see. So the difference between those matters. So the shorts were worse than the longs. Yeah, basically, then we can see the trade count. How many trades did I take on which day? Did I ever trade it? So we see this is for its duration of the trades. So basically, this week I took more 5 to 10 minutes duration, and the 10 to 20 kind of like the same. And I took less 2 to 5 and 1 to 2 minutes duration, more like scalps. But they were kind of like equally. You see, they kind of like spread. Why that second week I had a lot of 5 to 10 minutes and a lot of 2 to 5 minutes. Price range, right? We see the time of the day, how many trades when I took them. The trades, how many trades I took for each day. So we see that on the second week we had a lot of Monday, like over trading kind of like on Monday. I took 28 on Monday. It's a lot, that's a lot. On Mondays, like the 4 Mondays of the week, I mean. This week I took more trades on Monday and Wednesday and less on Tuesday and Thursday. So we see here. You can analyze everything and by side. So here we can clearly see that in the previous week I took more shots at the longs. Now I took more longs at the shorts. No, this is basically like change. So I was focused more on the shorts the first and the second week. Now I'm focusing more on the longs with a little bit difference, but we'll see next week. So basically, yeah, this is the trade count, this is the volume, how much volume I traded. Volume is the how many micros per trade. So let's count up commissions. And let's just see the profit factor, and we can close with this. So we can see the profit factor was greatly improved. It was almost doubled in the previous week. And the profit factor came especially from trades from 5 to 10 minutes. And it was mostly on Monday. That's where I had my biggest profits. Factor per side, you see the profit factor was even better from the long side rather than the short. And one last compare, which I found very useful to do, I'm just gonna say, is that, and I write here, this week I made most of my profits from longs, while from shorts I had only losses, minor ones. On week 2, that was the other way around. And I write, considering this week I took only 50% longs and 42% shorts, which kinda like a small difference, kinda like the same. I saw taking the same amount of profits. So longs, if you weigh both of them, I took both. There's almost the same amount of both shorts and longs, but we saw that the longs worked better in terms of profits. So next week, if the buyers keep pushing, I consider to take even more longs because I saw they work currently. They work better for me. So this is like if you compare different stats and different metrics, you can what works for you and what doesn't work. Of course, if you also like what's ideal and I'm gonna do tomorrow, what trades work best or what doesn't. So you can find, what setup to take. Was a particular day of time that you didn't trade well? This is I answered above. Did you enter trades too soon or too late? I entered a little bit of sometimes I entered a little bit early. Like on Friday, I entered a little bit early. Taking profits too soon. Sometimes I tend to take profits a little bit too soon. Or maybe I need to leave a runner, for example. Where you stops a bit too tight to lose? Not particularly. Poor RR trades. This is something I need to calculate, but I think there was around 1 RR. Out of rhythm in terms of VWAP. You take not planned trades? Not really. Recurring problems. What's the problems? What can we do about it? And some other questions. So basically, that's a small review that I wanted to share with you before going to work. So I've been doing this the whole morning, and I'm gonna be finishing tomorrow, I guess, if all goes well. My first priority tomorrow is to finish this analysis in TradeViz, and then I'm gonna try to put the RR for all my trades of the week and see where I'm standing. And in the future, I can when I compare the trades, I can set instead of profit factor, I can see the RR, and I can see how my RR, my risk reward, change over the weeks, which is very very important. Yeah, that's something to do tomorrow. It's gonna take a while, but it's worth it. Okay, this just wanted to cover. If you have any questions about my process, about my reviews, templates, or whatever, I'm happy to share. So feel free to drop any comments or message me on YouTube or Facebook. And I'll see you, I guess, on Monday. Have a nice day.